Hello, everybody. Welcome, you guys. Welcome and happy Monday. Welcome to Conscious Champagne Chats number 9, I think. Can't even remember really where we are. How is everybody? How was your guys' weekend? Let me know. It's so beautiful here in Germany. After all the cold and snow, we finally have a little bit sunshine and it's warm. And I have to sit here and I can't really be outside because I had a surgery and I can't really walk that long, which is a bit of a pity. So let me know when you're here. Today we're going to talk about the magic word that will turn any of your arguments into connection time. And quite frankly, will grow your leadership. So let me know when you're here. Hey, Shimonara. When you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Give us a like and a heart. We love it. It makes us feel good. All right. Tell me what's happening. What's happening in your world, my friends? What's going on? Let's see. All right. Should we give it 2 more minutes? No, 2 more minutes. It's long. 10 seconds. Okay, let me see if I can see, because last time I could not see your comments. So I don't know if I'm actually seeing I don't know. If somebody's writing a comment, for some reason, I'm not seeing them. I don't know if Facebook changed this or whatever, which is a little bit annoying. So if you're commenting and I'm not responding, my friends, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It looks like Facebook is not showing them to me. I had the same thing happening last week. So I apologize. I will go back. If something is not clear, just keep putting in the comments. I will go back after I'm done with the video and I will respond to you. All right, so let's dive in. Let's talk about the magic word and, quite frankly, the magic letter that literally changed any arguments that I used to have with my kids and my husband. It actually works even better in marriage than it works with your kids, I would say, into, beautiful connection moments. And honestly, I don't even remember when the last time was that I fought with my husband. And I can tell you, just to give you a little bit of background on my husband and me, I think both of are very kind of alpha type of people. We're very loud, we're very strong, extroverted, outgoing people. And so for the first 3 years of our relationship, we would be fighting a lot. Click hide messages on your screen and they will show up. Where do I see that? I see Laura's texting me here. I don't know. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know how to do. I'm on my phone. Maybe that's why it doesn't work. I don't know. Anyway, let's not get distracted. So we used to have a lot of fights. And then, when kids came, things wouldn't get easier. And so I want you to really picture the scenario, how often do we have arguments around money, around housework, right? Around the job? How often do we say to our kids, it's stop doing that, you're driving me crazy, or stop doing that, you are making me angry. And so what we are doing is whenever we have an argument with somebody, we accuse the other person of what they've done wrong, right? We blame the other person. And the way we do that, or the trigger word that actually does that, is the word you. And so every time we say, you did this and you haven't done this, you. It's like the moment we start a sentence with the word you, and we put something kind of negative behind it, we put the blame on the receiver. We constantly accuse the receiver. And so from a psychological perspective, what it literally triggers in your brain is your brain goes all right, I need to protect myself. I'm going to put out all my defense armor and I'm going to start shooting back. And so starting an argument, or when you're in the heated moment, starting a sentence with you initially triggers the other person to protect themselves and fight back. And so what we want to do is, and this is when it comes to the magic word, and as I said, a letter, in fact, is we want to start switching to I. And this is not easy to do. I get it. It's because when we're in the heat of the moment and we want to argue, we're like, you did this, and you were like, you. And I see it with my kids, you guys, like all the time. Like my son constantly goes to my daughter's like, yeah, she is always like this and she always does that, right? And I was like, okay, so what is about you? What can you do, right? And so it goes back to starting with I. Because when you start your sentences with I, they are powerful. It means you are taking full responsibility for what you are feeling and you are actually holding yourself accountable. Now, why is this so hard? Because, it's way easier to blame the other person, quite frankly, right? And that's what we've been taught. Because if you actually have to start a sentence with I, you have to admit to yourself what you are feeling. And many of us don't know what we're really feeling, actually, right? But what I need you to understand is that when we start a sentence with you provoke anger and resentment in the other person, and you are going to push them towards an argument. Like the argument becomes inevitable. When you start the sentence with I, you actually start creating compassion. You start creating empathy, and you start building that connection. And so let me just give you, let's get crystal clear and let's have an example. So let's say you asked your husband to do something, right? And so let's say you asked him to pick up a bread. And he comes home, he didn't pick up the bread. And so you forgot to pick up the bread again, right? That's what we typically do. We attack the other person. But what is actually really going on? It's what is really going on is what you are feeling, which is, I feel pissed, or I feel like you are ignoring me. I feel like you never do what I ask you to do. So I feel hurt. I feel ignored. I don't feel listened to. And so that's actually your real pain. But again, it's because we have never been taught as children to look at it like that. We dump our emotional garbage on the other person. And it creates all these yuck and a constant push-pull. And so when we flip it around and we actually start realizing, okay, what is really going on in this situation, right? What is really happening here? When my kids are not listening to me, what is it that I am actually feeling? So you can also say that what you're doing is you actually start creating I feel statements. So I feel, when your kids are not listening, what do you feel? What is it that you feel? I don't feel hurt if you don't listen to me. And so nobody can make you feel anything. So if you say to your kids, stop doing that, you make me angry, the truth is they cannot make you feel angry. Nobody can literally make you feel anything. That's something we create in our own body. That's your biochemistry that creates that feeling based on previous experiences. Nobody can make you feel anything. It's our own interpretation and reaction. The other thing, this has really changed, and with my kids, is how often if your kids, for example, let's say your child is jumping on the bed up and down, or they're like walking on something which is high and you're actually scared, right? And so what you tell them is like, get down, it's too dangerous, or get down, you are going to fall off, right? Again, we are saying this is going to happen to you. But what is really going on? What is going on is, I am scared that you are going to fall off. I really cannot watch you. It makes mommy feel very scared. And it's a very different reaction, you guys, because it's not about them. It's not about them, because in that moment when you say, get down, you're going to fall off, you are basically signaling them, I don't trust you. And your child is like, what do you mean? I can do everything, right? And so when we own it and say, I am actually the one who's scared, like I can't watch this, they are going to switch and they are going to want to help you. They are going to, remember the I statement creates compassion and it doesn't create attention. And so they will start seeing that and they will start recognizing that, and then they will start becoming collaborative. And that's how you literally can't prevent. When you start practicing this, you can prevent any argument, because nobody can take away what you feel. And when you are able to express what you feel, the other person will want to help you. And it doesn't matter whether it's a child or whether it is your husband. Now, the problem is we very often don't know what we feel because we've not been taught to listen in and understand what we feel. So we kind of can say, I feel good and I can feel bad. That's easy, right? And so tomorrow, what I want to talk about is like how to measure your emotional temperature. How do you know and how do you practice to see what is really going on? Because when you do this, you guys, again, it's about growing your self-leadership. It's growing your accountability. It's growing your own responsibility, because when we do that, life becomes just so much easier. It becomes so much easier. All our relationships become so much more beautiful and way easier to navigate because we realize it's we and us that are creating these things. And so when we own that, people show up for us. People want to support us and people want to help us. So come back tomorrow where we're going to talk about how to take your emotional temperature. And now I'm going to go and see if there's any comments because unfortunately I cannot see them. I'm so sorry. And I need to fix this on my phone. And I hope I can fix it for tomorrow. Now, the other thing I wanted to announce is, for those of you who are not aware yet, on Friday, we are starting our Rapid Anger Relief free course, which is 4 days. So if you're not in there, this is not going to happen in this group, but this is where I teach my 3-step method, which is how to identify your triggers, clear your triggers, and nurture the good. We teach that in a separate 4-day course. If you want to come and join us, Nympha will drop the link here, and then make sure you sign up. And that course will start on Friday. And I hope to see as many as possible of you in that other group over there. All right, my friends, take care and see you back here tomorrow. Bye.